I got a new clip for you guys, so let's check this one out.
As a single black woman in her 30s, I have already accepted the fact that the dating pool in general, because I am black and because I'm of a certain age, is going to be more difficult, just based off those two things alone. And I feel like a lot of times people tell us, specifically black women, that sometimes our standards are too high, or we have unrealistic dating expectations, or like, you know, as soon as we say what we're looking for in a man, people are like, "Oh, you're never going to get that." And I don't know if it's just us black women, but I feel like people are always encouraging us to accept the bare minimum and lower our standards. And like, this is the only way you're going to get a man is if you do these things, because the one that you want that has good credit and knows the Lord and like the most basic things is unattainable. And I don't like that. As a single
You don't like that. That isn't that's not a that's very like a kindergarten argument or a kindergarten response. I don't like it. I don't like it. This is the thing. It's not for you to like or not, right? The world it don't matter if you like it or not. It's how it is, right? But we'll we'll break this down, right? We'll break this down. But that was a really idiotic response, and it just makes you sound like a child, a petulant child. I mean, come on, you don't like it? Who cares? It's not like really how reality works. How your life is going. It's not whether you like it or not. Okay, it's how it is. It's the reality of it. But let's we'll break this down.
black woman in her 30s, I have already accepted the fact that the dating pool in general, because I am black and because I'm of a certain age,
I think did she wait? Let me see. Let me.
as a single black woman in her 30s, I have already accepted the fact that the
I thought she said she had a child. I don't know why I thought that, but that's why I had to replay that. I was making sure.
dating pool in general, because I am black and because I'm of a certain age, is going to be more difficult, just based off those two things alone. And I
Um, it is by dating statistics. Black women are the least desired women, right? By statistics. I mean, Asian men are the least desired Asian men. So I'm not trying to say anything crazy, right? I'm not trying to slam her or anything. It's just by dating statistics. In your 30s, not like that old. But here's the thing where I do say this, right? I've said this before. As women age, they become bigger red flags. Okay? Dating for women is easy. I said this countless times. Dating for women is easy. They'll always have options. Whether you're young, old, fat, skinny, pretty, ugly, whatever, right? It really don't matter about what group you are in. There will always be men, plenty of men, that want you. So you always have options, pretty much no matter what group you fall into, right? Like being old, being young, being ugly, being pretty, it don't matter. You always have options. So, since it's so easy for you, right? You always have options. Yet you're still in the dating market later on, right? For years. You're still in the dating market. You haven't been able to get a man to commit to you long term or even find a man, right? Yet it's so easy. That shows you that you are the problem. You are the problem. Since it's so easy, like there's plenty of options. There's plenty of men. Yet you find none of these men worthy of your time. So it is you. You are the problem. You are the reason why you can't find no man, right? Because no man fits your standards. So it is you.
feel like a lot of times people tell us, specifically black women, that sometimes our standards are too high, or we have unrealistic dating expectations.
Well, here's the thing, right? No matter what anyone says, life will dictate if it's too high or if it's unrealistic. If you are still single, she's 30 in her 30s. If you're still single in your 40s, and again, dating is easier for women, the women always have options. Then life has shown you that your expectations, right, are too high or unrealistic. You don't need anyone to say shit to you. Your life will tell you, right? If my dating expectations, oh, I want a man that has 6 figures. I want a man that only wants me, right? He's monogamous. I want a man that's really good looking. I want a man that's 6'3". I want a man that's like funny, charming. You can name it. All this stuff. I want all this. All these standards I have. I'm in my 40s, like 46. What does that say? That I have all this. This is my standard. Yet I have yet to find a man that I want that fits these standards to commit to me. That shows me that I don't qualify for these standards. It's unrealistic, right? Hypothetically, I could be a black, obese, one-eyed woman, right? And I have these standards, but it shows me that you know what? Maybe these standards are unrealistic for you, since the men that are attracted to you, the men that would commit to you, they don't fit these standards. Or the men that are attracted to you, right, and fit these standards, they don't want to commit to you. So, one, the men that you want don't want you. Two, the men that do want you, you don't want. It is you. Your standards are unrealistic. Your standards don't fit for you. Right? Because like I said, I could want a man that makes 6 figures, but you know what? If I can't attract a man that makes 6 figures, or I can't keep a man that makes 6 figures, do I actually qualify for that? Okay? Because here's the thing, if I could attract a man that makes 50K a year and keep a man that makes 50K a year, while I can't keep a man or attract a man that makes 100K a year, then your standards don't fit you. I mean, you may not agree to it, which she doesn't, right? You may not agree to it, you may not want it, cool, right? But accept that fact then. Accept that reality, okay? Accept that reality that, again, the men that you want don't want you, nor do they want to commit to you long term. Accept that reality. So, true, your standards are too high or unrealistic. Whether you like it or not, it don't matter. The reality, right, will tell you what it is, whether you like it or not.
Or like, you know, as soon as we say what we're looking for in a man, people are like, "Oh, you're never going to get that." And
I mean, again, I would never tell a woman you're never going to get whatever you want, right? I'm going to say, let life dictate. Life will dictate if you will get him or not. Life will do it, okay? You are in your 30s. You have yet to either get that man or keep that man. So already, life has told you that, you know what? You're not getting that man. Now, who knows, right? I mean, nobody can predict the future. So, okay, fine. Now that you are in your 30s, you have not yet got that man, nor keep that man. Now, women's value aren't increasing with age, okay? As crazy as it is, their value is in their body, their looks, their youth, right? Youth as in womb, body as in sex, looks, youth, their beauty, right? Women's careers, women's money is essentially, it's nice to talk about, right? Hopefully she's not a leech, but really there's not a whole lot of value in that. Because again, women aren't spending money on men. Women aren't providing for men. So really, women's money are it don't add value to them, right? Doesn't necessarily subtract value, right? Not necessarily, not in all cases, but it doesn't add the value because again, why women's beauty, youth, and body is more valuable is because that's what they give to men. Women give their bodies, women's youth is their years of life, their womb, their beauty is nice to look at. So those are what men get. So they value those more. Women's money they don't value. So over time, your beauty, your youth decreases over time. Yes, your body's still there, but to be honest, constant use is that doesn't necessarily make it better, right? I mean, a car, the more car gets used, the less value it has. So really, so the things that make women valuable in the dating market gets worse over time. So yes, who knows about the future, right? Who knows? Maybe you can find that man in the future, but to be honest, your chances don't get better with time. It gets worse with time, right? The man that you want, you should have got him when you were 21, 25, right? In your mid to early 20s. That's when you should have gotten that man. You should have gotten that six-figure man. 25, you should have been dating a man that's 30, 35 already, where he's six figures. Or at 21, you should have gotten a man that, in the STEM field or entrepreneur, and you build with that man. Those are honestly the two paths that women could have gone for to get the man that they want, right? Build with a man, right? A man that his personality, his character, whatever, and build with him so he can become a six-figure man. Or date a man when you are at your prime, right? Your most valuable dating market, right? At the most valuable in the dating market. Getting a man that has the, things that you want, right? You're at the most value, picking a man that you value, right? That's the thing. Because again, it does not get easier over time.
And I don't know if it's just us black women, but I feel like people are always encouraged.
It's all women. It's all women, right? All women's standards are ridiculous. So, I think black women are probably the most vocal, right? They talk about that shit a lot, but it's all women. All women have high ass standards. Okay?
Urging us to accept the bare minimum. And
this is the thing, right? It's not accept the bare minimum. It's to accept what makes a bit more sense. Here's the thing, right? Dating a man that makes 50K, it's not accepting a man that makes the bare minimum, right? Accepting a man that's like 5'10" is not accepting the bare minimum. Okay? It's like, what? How about reevaluate your standards where you're not focused on six figures, 6'3", whatever. You should be focused on, what? He loves you. He respects you. He treats you with love and kindness. He wants to marry you. He wants to be the father of your child. Right? Instead of, what? He makes 200K a year. He's 6'3". He's he amazing Riz, right? Great D in the sack. Cool. But that doesn't necessarily mean that he's going to be a good man to you. So, no, it's not accepting the bare minimum, right? It's not. It's like, what? What makes sense for you? Okay? What makes sense for what you want in the value? Because again, a man that makes, let's say this, right? And I'm surprised a lot of women say, oh, they make 100K. Fine, you make 100K. But he makes, let's say he makes 60. Well, 160, that's a decent combination, right? It's 160K a year. That's not bad. He loves you. He respects you. He He wants to be with you. He doesn't. He treasures you. He doesn't want. He doesn't mistreat you. It's not accepting the bare minimum. That's the thing where it's like women seem like they don't really understand standards. Okay, and here's the thing. Fine, have whatever standards you want. Have whatever bar you want. Right, right. But does life um, give you what you want? Are you qualifying for your standards? Plain and simple. That's why I said it don't matter what people say. It don't. Because life will show you if you qualify for it or not.
lower our standards, and like this is the only way you're going to get a man is if you do these things because the one that you want that
It's not just, this is the thing, right? I don't think anyone is telling you just to find any kind of man. No. To get a man that will love you, cherish you, respect you, um, be there for you. Okay? Take some of your burdens. Uh, be be a good husband to you. Be a good father to your children. It's like women think that men are saying, "Oh, accept anything. Go for the bum that lives in his mother's basement." No, go for a good man, morally sound man, a man that's respectful, loving. Okay, a man that works hard. Right? He has a stable job. He pays all his bills. Doesn't have a negative in his bank account. Is not heavy in debt or has debt. A man that has, I don't know, he's not begging for money. It's like a good blue collar, stable man that's loving, respectful, caring, values marriage, commitment, being a good father. It's like, does that sound like a bare minimum? It's like, it sounds like a decent man. Just find a decent man. That's it. Stop thinking about, oh, you know what? I qualify for the six-figure man, right? I qualify for the man that's 6'3". I qualify for the man that's really good looking. That other women want him too, right? It's like, fine, fine. If that's what you want, cool. Don't complain that he doesn't want you or he doesn't want to commit to you. That's it, right? That's what people are saying. Either you get a good man or you know what? Just keep your complaints about the men that you want to yourself then. Because here's the thing. You go online, you complain about the shitty men that you are attracted to that maybe fit your standards, right? That you want, yet, you say, oh my God, these men are cheaters, liars. They don't want to commit. They don't want to get married. Or, they're bad fathers, right? They want to be my baby daddy or they're my baby dad. Shit like that. Like, seriously. Seriously. You wanted this man, okay? You didn't listen to people saying that, you know what? How about have realistic standards and find a good man? No, you want to try to find a man that's six figures, highly desired. Okay, that man made you a baby mama or he cheated on you or he left you. Now you're complaining about it. It's like, seriously.
has good credit and knows the Lord, and like the most basic things is unattainable. And I
No, it's like, see, this is the thing. It's like such a cop out, or such a disingenuous statement. Know the Lord and have good credit. There are millions of men like that, right? Millions. But here's the thing: those aren't the only two qualities, right? Only two standards you have. You have a list of hundreds of others, right? Hundreds of more standards. So that's the lie women want to put out. Oh, it's like, oh my God, all I want him to do is like buy me flowers and chocolate. That's it. How is that so hard, men? What? It's so easy for you to do. Really? Is it that easy? Right? Is it that easy? Because the insanity that supposedly so easy, yet you can't find a man. Right? You can't find a man. Not a single man. Right? Because that's very sus. That it's so easy, yet not a single man that you encountered could do that. Or is it just because the man you want couldn't do it? Because there's plenty of men. Okay, good credit, knows the Lord. What if he's short and chubby? That would that go for you? Would that be go? What is he short, chubby, and bald? Is that good enough? Right? He knows the Lord. He has great credit. Right? What if he only makes 40K a year? Doesn't mean that he can't have good credit. This is a thing where women seem to like be so delusional.
I don't like that. I
Who cares what you don't like, right? Because your life dictates it. Your life will show you reality of what you qualify for, what is out there for you. Fine, you don't like it. Cool. Either you reevaluate your standards or just stay single, right? This is the thing, right? I'm always promoting. If you are happy single, stay single, right? Stay single. If you're unhappy with the dating market, you're unhappy being with people because you're happy you're single, stay single, right? This is the thing where honestly sometimes we are deluded. There is 3 billion women in this world. Okay? Even if 1 million of them want to stay single for the rest of their life, there's still a whole lot more, right? There's still a whole lot more people. Because this is the thing, a lot of times we cage ourselves to our surroundings, right? Just the people we meet every day. The world's bigger than our circle, right? Our circle of life. So that's the thing where I'm fine with, you know what? If you are happy single, if your standards, if you want to die on your standard hills, cool. Say it, right? Be happy single. So, yeah. What do you guys think?